Welcome to Victory Motivation Winning Mindset Channel, where mental strength fuels your success and struggles are turned into comebacks. Sit back, relax, like, share, and hit that subscribe button to join our winning community. The war against stillness. It's 5 a.m. in Baltimore. The streetlights are still glowing. The world outside is quiet, motionless. Inside a dimly lit pool, Michael Phelps pulls down his goggles, takes a breath, and sinks beneath the water. One stroke, then another, again and again. He's not waiting to feel ready. He's forcing the moment to come. Every morning, 6 days a week, 80,000 yards of water. No cameras, no cheers, just motion. He already had the medals. He already had the records. But in that still, echoing pool, he wasn't swimming for victory. He was swimming to escape the pause. Because behind every success story, there's a war no one sees. The war against stillness. It's the battle between motion and comfort, between discipline and delay. Most people lose that battle before the day even begins. They wake up, they stare at the ceiling, they reach for the phone, and they tell themselves later. But later never comes. You think rest is peace, but sometimes stillness is decay. In that early morning water, Michael didn't wait for motivation. He created it. Each lap reminded him his mind could conquer, his body could lead, and the day would remember it met a force. This is the war against stillness, and it begins now. The weight of inaction. You wake up again. You stare at the ceiling. The alarm didn't win. You did. Or at least that's what you tell yourself. You reach for the phone, notifications, messages, the world already moving. You tell yourself, just 5 minutes. You scroll, you watch, you like, and before you realize it, 20 minutes are gone. You haven't moved, but your mind feels like it has. That's the trap, the illusion of effort, the digital treadmill of, I'll start later. You call it rest. But it's not rest, it's comfort. Wearing a clever disguise, it's energy being quietly drained through stillness. You feel tired before you've even begun. You say, I'll start once I feel ready. But you never feel ready, because readiness doesn't visit the still, it visits the moving. Serena Williams knew that in 2018. When she came back from injury, she said, when I'm not moving, I feel vulnerable. So she moved anyway. Even when the body protested, even when doubt whispered louder than confidence, because she understood. The body remembers what it repeats, and stillness teaches it to forget. Now think about your mornings. How many times have you promised yourself, tomorrow I'll change? And yet tomorrow comes and you make the same quiet deal with yourself. The deal that says, not yet. You're not lazy, you're just caught in the rhythm of waiting. A rhythm disguised as routine. Coffee, scrolling, overthinking, and calling it planning. You say you're busy, but busyness is often the safest hiding place for fear. You fill your day with movement, but none of it moves you forward. And when the night falls, you feel it, that heavy question on your chest. What did I actually do today? You see others online, running, building, creating. You clap for them. But deep down, you know you could be doing the same. That feeling isn't jealousy, it's recognition. It's the part of you that remembers what momentum once felt like. Inaction doesn't destroy you all at once. It erodes you, quietly, patiently. It steals your hours, then your confidence, then your identity. You stop trusting your own word. You stop believing your promises. You start calling small failures normal. Until one day you realize you're not tired from doing too much. You're tired from doing nothing that matters. Here's the truth. The most dangerous pause is the one you defend, the one you call rest, because that pause becomes a door, and behind it, comfort waits to keep you still. It tells you you deserve to relax, but comfort never tells you how much it costs to stay there. You're not behind because you lack talent. You're behind because you never started. You're not stuck because the road is blocked. You're stuck because you stopped walking. And this quiet second, is where the weight of inaction sits. Right here, in your chest, in your choices. So the question isn't whether you'll move someday, it's whether you'll move today. The truth about movement. You've waited long enough, you've analyzed, you've planned, you've thought about every possible outcome. But here's the truth. Motion doesn't come after motivation. It comes before it. Movement isn't just physical, it's psychological. It's a signal, a message to your mind that says, we're alive. We're doing this. When you move, even a little, you disrupt the story that kept you still. The brain shifts, the chemicals change, dopamine, focus, drive. They all start to wake up. That's why the winners don't wait to feel ready. They move, and readiness follows. You see it in Kobe Bryant. He'd show up hours before practice, alone in the gym. No camera crew, no audience, just repetition. When reporters asked why so early, he said, "Because if I start at 4 a.m., by the end of the day, I've already won twice." He wasn't chasing motivation. He was creating it through motion. That's the secret every top performer understands. That motion precedes emotion. The body teaches the mind what it's capable of. It's why people run when their thoughts are loud. It's why boxers hit the bag when they're angry. It's why creators keep typing through doubt. Because stillness feeds hesitation, but movement kills it. Every action, no matter how small, is proof. Proof that you can. Proof that you will. You think confidence appears first? It doesn't. Confidence grows after the motion. After you push through one rep, 1 mile, one task you didn't feel ready for. Think about it. A single step can change brain chemistry. Neuroscience calls it behavioral activation. It's not magic, it's biology. When you move, your brain believes something new is happening, and it aligns with that story. The mind follows the body, not the other way around. So the next time you tell yourself, "I'll start when I'm ready," remember you'll be waiting forever. You don't need readiness, you need motion. You need proof, because every winner you admire was once a beginner who simply started moving. The truth about movement is this. It's not just how you train your body, it's how you reprogram your mind. It's how you tell the world, "I may not feel ready, but I'm going anyway." And that is where transformation begins. Why winners move. When you stop moving, the mind starts turning on itself. You felt it, that restlessness that comes when you do nothing. It's not peace, it's pressure without a release. The mind feeds on direction, it needs a target. When you move, you give it purpose. When you stop, it starts attacking itself. Science has proven this truth again and again. A short walk, a stretch, even a small action. They don't just wake up your muscles, they wake up your clarity. They release chemicals that sharpen thought, regulate emotion, and rebuild focus. Movement restores confidence, because motion tells your brain, "I'm not stuck anymore." That's why winners don't sit in the waiting room of motivation. They don't ask for energy, they create it. Every step, every rep, every decision to move when it's easier to stay still is a declaration, a statement of identity. Winners move because it's who they are. They've trained motion into identity. It's no longer a choice, it's their nature. You see it in Elon Musk, building when others debate. You see it in Cristiano Ronaldo, practicing free kicks long after the cameras stop. You see it in J.K. Rowling, writing through rejection, moving the pen even when no one believed. They don't move because they feel inspired. They move until they feel inspired. Because repetition builds reality. Motion builds mastery. Winners understand the loop. Motion, momentum, motivation, mastery. It starts small. You take one step, the body responds. Momentum grows. Motivation appears. Then mastery follows. That's the real secret. Your body leads your mind leads your life. It's not luck, it's rhythm. It's the discipline of motion. Every time you move, you strengthen the connection between belief and action. You rewrite your identity. You stop being someone who wants to and become someone who does. It's not about grand gestures. It's about micro movements, tiny shifts that tell your brain, "I'm in control again." And with each motion, clarity returns. Direction forms, energy rises, you feel lighter, sharper, more alive. That's not motivation, that's alignment. So remember this principle, don't wait to feel ready. Move until readiness finds you. Because the act of motion isn't just physical, it's mental architecture. It builds the structure your mind stands on. Every winner, every builder, every dreamer who refused to quit, they all understood one thing. The body moves first, the mind follows, and life falls into line. So when you feel lost, when your thoughts turn heavy, don't fight them with words, fight them with movement. One step, one action, one motion at a time. That's how winners do it. That's how you remember who you are. The shift. His name was David, 34 years old, once ambitious, now just tired. For months, he told himself he'd get back on track. Tomorrow, next week, when things felt right again. But right never came. Each morning looked the same. Wake up, stare at the ceiling, reach for the phone, scroll through other people's victories. He'd promised himself he'd start after one video, then after breakfast, then maybe after lunch. But the day always slipped away, and so did he. Then one morning, something changed. Not dramatically, not in the way movies make it look. He just woke up and felt the same tiredness. But this time, instead of fighting it with excuses, he sat up. He stood, and without knowing why, he walked outside. No headphones, no goal, just steps. The air was cold, the streets were empty, and for the first time in months, his thoughts weren't loud. That single step wasn't about fitness, it was about control. It was about reclaiming his mind from the noise. One walk turned into two turned into a week, and in those quiet mornings, something subtle began to shift. The world looked the same, but he didn't. He noticed his breath again. He noticed his thoughts slowing down. He started sleeping better, working better, living better. And one day, as he walked past the same corner store he used to rush by, he realized he wasn't running from failure anymore. He was moving towards something. That's how transformation really happens. Not through a grand speech, not through motivation videos, but through motion, through one small decision, made quietly, repeated daily. Every step rewrote his story, not because the world changed, but because he finally did. And that's the truth. Sometimes the step you take when no one is watching becomes the moment that saves your life. Peace in motion. Every morning, the world asks you one quiet question. Will you stay still or will you move? Because peace doesn't live in comfort. It lives in motion. It lives in the sound of your shoes hitting the floor, in the rhythm of your breath, steady, alive, deliberate. In that moment, you decide, I'm not waiting anymore. Discipline isn't punishment, it's direction. Every act of motion, every time you rise from that chair, every walk you take instead of scrolling away your energy, you teach your mind where to go. Forward, not perfectly, just forward. Movement resets the system, it clears the static. It reminds your heart and mind that you are still in control. When the noise of the world is too loud, move your way out of it, step by step, breath by breath. Because when you move, you remember you're still alive, still capable, still becoming. Motion isn't about escaping pain. It's about returning to presence, to clarity, to control. Winners move not because they're stronger, but because they understand what stillness does to the mind. They know when you stop too long, you sink. Movement is their lifeline, their reset, their peace. That first step is your proof. That breath you take while walking through doubt is your reset. Peace isn't found in the silence of doing nothing. It's found in the rhythm of doing something. One simple thing that keeps your spirit alive. So when the world feels heavy, move. When your thoughts turn loud, move. When your fire fades, move. Because the moment you move, you take back your power. And that motion, that quiet, deliberate act, is the beginning of peace. Your move. Now, it's your move. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait for the spark or the feeling or the plan. Because the moment you move, you've already won the first battle. Get up, stand tall, Stretch your hands toward the day. Take that step. Make that call. Do that small thing you've been postponing. It doesn't have to be grand. It just has to begin. Because motion rewrites everything. It breaks the loop. It turns hesitation into direction and direction into progress. And when you move, you send a message to your mind. I'm still in control. Every small motion builds power. Every act of movement is victory. Not over the world, but over yourself. If this message reached you at the right moment, stay with us. Subscribe. Because your winning mindset, it begins here. Know this. Victory begins in motion. If this message lit a spark in you, don't let it fade. Like this video as your reminder that growth begins now. Share it to pass the fire forward, and subscribe to this channel because your evolution isn't coming. It's already begun. Remember, your mind is the battlefield. Win it, and you win everything.